According to the Cambridge English Dictionary, trauma researchers emphasize the resilience of the human psyche. Resilience meaning the ability to be happy, healthy, or successful again after something difficult or bad has happened, or the ability of a substance to return to its usual shape after being bent, stretched, or pressed. Welcome to the Arose from Rubble podcast, where there's no good, bad, right or wrong opinion, and no discussion is off limits. Arose from Rubble is primarily about resilience in the absence of perfection, the knowledge we gain and apply on our journey to self-actualization, physically, mentally, and most importantly, spiritually. Join and explore with me as we journey toward our higher selves. We'll explore spirituality, occult knowledge, practical metaphysics, universal law, self-actualization, relationships, life, and love. And I'm your host, Dear Rose. Greetings, gods and goddesses. Welcome to the Arose from Rubble podcast. I'm your host, Dear Rose. Thank you guys for taking time out to listen. This episode is about Arose and what it actually means and how I came up with the concept of Arose from Rubble. It's really an explanation of my experience, my spiritual evolution, literally as well as figuratively. If you look at the logo, you can see the rose growing from rubble, which is small rocks, big rocks, all types of rocks. And the rocks symbolize the negative experiences or traumas or anything or obstacles that I had to overcome in order to become something beautiful. And when I say something beautiful, I'm talking about my spirit. I'm not talking about the physicality, because we all know that the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I feel like a being of light is how I see myself. It's how I choose to show up after having overcome those obstacles and looking forward to any other obstacles that may come my way. With that being said, but the point is that we are all roses, and some of us are still seeds, maybe some of us are stems, some of us haven't bloomed, but that's the goal of the movement, for all of us to self-actualize and become full bloom. When you look at the logo, I want you to keep that in mind. It's figurative and literal. It's kind of a physical representation of resilience and being able to grow into something beautiful despite the distractions, despite hell is how some things can be described. It's also an alchemical explanation of the symbolism of a rose, because in spiritual alchemy, the single red rose represents the mystic center of a person, his or her heart of hearts, or one's true nature. It also represents the process of purification to reveal one's essence or inner pearl beyond price. The spiritual alchemist Rumi, he was Sufi, but he described the idea when he wrote, it says, "In the driest, whitest stretch of pain's infinite desert, I lost my sanity and found this rose." As a symbol of the mystical marriage on a personal level, the red rose represents a special kind of love in which one melts away into the beauty of another, and the old identity is surrendered for that of the beloved or higher identity within oneself. In this sense, the rose is a symbol of complete surrender and permanent transmutation. I've been able to change my life and elevate my consciousness and facilitate a desire within myself to become a light in this dark world. I've been able to find my connection with the universe as it relates to who I am in this physical experience as well as my spiritual experience. And that's allowed me to create mental clarity within my existence on planet Earth. And I would like to share that experience and assist others in doing so as well. And the goal is for all of us to become roses. I love you guys, and this is important to me, and I hope that it becomes important to you. Thanks for listening to the Arose from Rubble podcast. As a disclaimer, I am not a licensed therapist, counselor, psychologist, or psychiatrist. I'm a student of metaphysics and occult knowledge who is bona fide in life, relationship, and self-actualization. If you would like your questions addressed live or in private, or perhaps you or someone you know would like to be a guest on the show, feel free to email me at dia@arosefromrubble.com. That's DEA@arosefromrubble.com. Also, subscribe on YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, and Instagram at Arose from Rubble. And again, thanks for listening. That's it.